So we're discussing if 8.1 is going to be able to save World of Warcraft. And there's some cool stuff coming in 8.1, which is only a couple weeks away. But I don't know if it's enough to keep the ship afloat. The problem that BFA is having right now is that it's only about a step above being a complete dumpster fire. So 8.1, instead of being this awesome cool patch that's adding, look at the low textures on that. This is new. Look at the textures on that. That looks terrible. How can they? Right. So, it's been one step above a dumpster fire this entire time, and instead of us having new, cool, and interesting things, we're basically just getting damage control. And damage control is not a bad thing, but damage control is not new, cool, and interesting things. This is just fixing things that were busted out of the door. New islands, Jorndal, and Havenswood. Nobody cares. They'll be fun for the first couple times, and then they'll be just like the other ones. These customizations and things like this, these are nice. These customizations and things like this are things that you should be getting at the start of an expansion. Maybe halfway through an expansion. This shouldn't be part of a content patch. A content patch should be stuff like the campaign, should be stuff like raids, should be stuff like war fronts, should be stuff like more zones. Most of the stuff that we're getting right here is not that. We're getting some arbitrary Legion LFR solo queue, which this is kind of laughable to me because didn't we just finish Legion? Who is this for? Who is this for? Is this for the people that didn't play Legion? This certainly isn't for current WoW players or people who have been current WoW players because they've already done all this stuff. And even if they couldn't do it, they could have gone and done it recently, being overpowered, getting everything, doing everything. So I don't know what this is for. I think this system will be dead so fast. LFR solo queue. How many people are actually going to do this past the first week or so? You're just going to have all these queues that are going to be halfway full all the time. And everybody that's going to do this was going to have no idea how to actually do these. Because the people who actually know how to do these have already moved on. Because they've already done them. I really don't get this. I really don't get this. Like at all. Do they plan on having this for BFA after the next expansion drops. This is so weird. This is such a weird thing to have. Such a weird thing to have. I mean, I'll go in there because there's some pieces that I want, but I might as well go in there. You're better off going in there with your guild or some friends, and you don't even need a full raid team. Going and smashing it, and then keep, getting more loot, because basically everybody just wants the mogs. I don't know if this is actually going to be decent eye level loot. Well, this might be okay, to kind of bootstrap just to get in there, like another LFR that gives like 340 gear, so you can kind of get into the, just another way to get stuff. Azerite traits. This thing will actually be this is probably the one thing that's good for BFA 8.1. This is like the one and only thing that means a damn, because the raid doesn't come out until next year, and it probably won't come out until February of next year. So that's a long goddamn time away. So I mean, that might as well be a whole nother patch in itself. Just the raids. We need some more Azerite stuff. Chest will no longer drop Azerite armor. Who cares? Nobody like getting that RNG anyways. It's nice that we got a vendor. It's gonna take forever to get the to earn enough to to buy something from the vendor. Cost a premium. Specific piece. I wonder what the discrepancy is. Like, I wonder how much a random piece costs versus a specific piece. I heard that a specific piece could take 5 to 6 weeks. Does that mean I can get a random piece every week? At the highest eye level? Would it be a random piece? Who knows? We'll see. But this actually, I am actually excited about. This is, but is this enough though? Is the thing, because when this drops, the only content we'll have to do with these new traits and the fifth ring is going to be content that we've already been doing, and it's just going to be that much easier because this is going to be more powerful than the stuff that we have right now. So I'm going to be able to do the content that I've already been doing more easily with this. Nice attempt, but poor in the follow through. Reputations. This is a good improvement. I'm excited about this one. But also, I've already gotten the reputation on a couple of my alts to upgrade my Heart of Azeroth. So it really doesn't affect me too much. It's going to affect the alts that I level up just to level up and then never play. But I mean, this is a quality of life change that we shouldn't have needed. That's the thing about these quality of life changes. Is, they give you these things like, "Aha, we made a fix," and really, it's not a. I mean, you're just cleaning up your own mess. You fucked up, and now this doesn't count as content. This doesn't count as content to me, because you fucked it up, and you're just making things the way that they should have been, to begin with. This would have been better. This I don't know why this wasn't like a weekly quest thing. Kind of like how on Legion. every 2 weeks or so, you unlocked another piece of the story, you know, and then I think at the end you get like an AP reward or something like that, or like it slowly unlocked more followers. That's what this should have been. This should have been like every 2 weeks. Yeah, you get to upgrade your item level for free. Just go and do this quest for Magni real fast, and then when you had an alt after week 10, you could just go do all the quests real fast. You know, I guess it's not as bad as it happened this way because, 4 months from now, everybody's just going to have their stuff upgraded instead of actually having to go do the quests. So, Paragon rewards. Oh, what? Really? This is another thing they fucked up. They should already had the Paragon rewards in the damn game. It was in Legion. Why don't you have them here? Why don't you have them here? You mean to tell me that you had no rewards that you could have given us for Paragon and then gave us more random stuff in a later patch? We just didn't get Paragon rewards at all? You fucked up. Moving on. Allied race reputation gains. Don't care. Don't care. This is for the people who didn't play last expansion. I don't care. I've already gotten these races. And these races aren't required to play the game. You can play the game just fine without these things right here. You're making it easier. It wasn't that hard to begin with. Because all you had to do was get exalted with whatever race, the Nightborn and like the High Mountain Tauren. I forget what the allies get. The Light Forge thing. All you had to do, and it didn't take that long. It's nice, but whatever. Reputation transmogs. Oh. Well, that's cool. But that's not real content. That's a transmog. Transmog is not content. I want to go do stuff in the world. Where am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to do stuff in my cool looking armor? Oh, here's a perfect example of when you know you need to leave. Of when you know when shit is going down. Because if you're excited about this Nomergon pet dungeon, and this is what is keeping you in the game, then the game has failed you. This is supposed to be something I do in between raids that I am excited to go and do. This is not something that you want to have and it be the main course. This right here is a far cry from like real substantial content. You can do this, I'm assuming, at any level because it's just a pet battle. I'm not really sure who this is for. This is for the people who like WoW as a whole and don't care what the expansion is. We could still be in Mist of Pandaria right now, and they'd be happy because they'd be doing weird stuff like this to keep themselves occupied. Mythic Plus. The Reaping Affix. I like the idea of the seasons. I do like the idea of the seasons for the Mythic Plus. But if they're not balancing the dungeons for the Mythic Plus, I don't know. it's not making it that much more interesting. I mean, it has the potential to, but the little Gahooni things were not that big of a. If you were pushing down tens, smashing tens, those Gahooni things weren't that big of a deal. This, on the other hand, I mean, we don't really know exactly what it's like, what it is. I'm assuming it's probably kind of some BS mechanic. But anybody who's actually getting to this point, this won't be a big deal. It'll just be an added nuisance. Professions. This is something that you should get excited about, but it's nothing I'm excited about. It's nothing I'm excited about, and I'll tell you why. Because professions, they should call it something else, because you don't need to be actually proficient at anything to craft anything. It's about who you know. And what I mean by that is, instead of you crafting and you become better at crafting, or go and in some epic way learn how to make some of these things more effectively or more powerful, you just have to get good with your fellow Tortolan. Or you gotta be friendly with the Volduni. Nothing to do with you actually being good at your profession. And all has to do with, are you friends enough with this reputation for them to sell you another rank of whatever it is you want to craft? Nobody cares about the goggles. Basically, nobody uses the goggles. And the majority, from what I've seen, I guess there's not a link here. Maybe this is the link. But basically, they've just reduced the amount of materials needed to craft stuff, which you'd think would be cool, right? But all it's going to do is make shit even more cheap and inflate. Like, the market is just going to be even more flooded with stuff. And already live in the game right now, you can go and buy an enchant. And it's cheaper to buy the enchant than it is to buy to buy the materials to make the enchant yourself. Silly. Absolutely silly. Oh, this feast, I'm actually kind of looking forward to. So it's just like regular Captain's Bounty, but I guess I use Sanguine cells. I mean, who cares? I guess. I guess everybody will be able to make the feast, but then again, to get that rank 2 and 3, you better get good with them Tortellans. Otherwise, you're not doing that. Class updates are always a nice thing. They're really good, I think, nowadays about pure brokenness. But I guess they have to change it all the time. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they would still change classes, even if they hit them on the nose right at launch. Like, man, these are perfect. They are working as intended. This is absolutely the best thing we've ever done. I feel like they'd still have class changes. Azurite trades we kind of ran over. Profession recipes, nothing great. Nothing great. Pet battle. What? This sums up all this patch right here. Nothing to get excited about. Meh. Yeah. Meh. 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 Right there. PTR. A 15-minute campaign. A Warfront, which Warfronts suck. I'm gonna do it once. Raid, that's not actually gonna be out. Islands, I mean they're islands. Who cares? I mean, even if you like islands, which I don't dislike islands, it's just grind. It's like doing a world quest. You know, I don't really feel one way or another. I don't feel like there's got to be kind of a fantasy behind it as well as rewards. And right now it has neither. And with this, we're going to be getting some rewards. Heritage armor, cool thing. I think they could spend more time doing this kind of stuff. Raid, obviously, good thing. But this is gonna come out even further away from this. This might not come out until March. System improvements. I don't know what those are. I don't know what system improvements are. I forget what. I forget what things that they added on there. We get some reskins. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yes. Some of these look cool. Some of these look great. But who cares? It's just a mount. I'm gonna change it as fast as I get it. This is oh, I guess they will have like a Wrathy has kind of the is now, you know, like a 120 area. I guess Darkshore will be like that too. That's kind of cool. We gotta get some new toys and stuff. Maybe a couple mounts from there. That's content. That's content. Couple more pets. Island expeditions. Oh yeah, so you get more pets from the island expeditions than you do from the Nomragon. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, is 8.1 gonna save WoW? I mean, I don't know. The raid is obviously a good thing, but like I said before, I mean, that's not even coming out right away, so you can't even really get excited for that. So what you're left with is a Warfront that you're gonna do once, and then a campaign you're gonna do once, and you know, have a little bit more diversity on your Azerite gear, which is probably going to be locked behind even more AP power required. So, new world quest. How exciting! How bad is it that you got to put that on there? Incursions are world quests, also. So like these are the same thing. The war campaign, it's only going to be like 15 minutes. It might be interesting, but it's only 15 minutes of content right here. And this Tyrande, I can't believe I said Tyrande. Tyrande, this is just got this is just Warfront here. Like probably the quest leading up to this is so bad. I don't know. I don't know. There's not a whole lot here, and it's just putting a whole hell of a lot more pressure on 8.2. And if I feel like if 8.2 doesn't smash it out of the park, this is gonna be a real bad time. This will be considered a real bad expansion because 8.1 isn't adding a whole lot here. It really isn't adding a lot, adding a whole lot here. And with the way things are right now, um, the lack of something substantial in this new coming patch, in this 8.1 patch, it's only going to leave people mostly upset. So, not doing a great job of getting me excited. Good job getting me excited, Blizz.